It's funny how, in all these days, weeks, and years in our lifetimes that flee before our eyes, certain memories cannot evade our grasp and continue to live on in our hearts forever. Sometimes it takes the wounded heart years to heal from the inflicted pain, but for some, those scars can leave a permanent mark that can never be erased. I can still feel fierce twinges of pain when I reflect upon my experiences in a friendship that I had in years past. For a while, I tried to forget. Once you have been cut as deeply as I have, the pain cannot just dissipate, for it has been branded into my heart and will forever continue to leave a lasting impact on my life. I was just a mere sixth grader, both innocent and naive as I tried to blend in with the rest of the girls in my tight-knit elementary school. At first, I felt content with my group of friends, for although I was not the leader, I was still surrounded by peers, and I was willing to follow along if it guaranteed acceptance. I never anticipated that these girls, who I considered friends, would make my life a living hell for an entire year. I was very trusting and honestly believed that my friends were good people as well. The onset of my tarnished friendship started out small, as my group did little things outside of school and failed to invite me along. This caused me some pain, but I tried to have faith that they would include me next time. Soon it became a regular occurrence, and to make matters worse, I would have to sit in class and listen to them talking about funny stories from the times they had spent together. The only reason I subjected myself to this torment was because when I was with one of my friends alone, she would treat me like a true friend would. To compensate for my feelings of loneliness and isolation, I tried to include myself in their conversations and act interested in their stories so that I would be included too. Even when they did include me in their activities, I still felt left out, because they would all stick together and make me feel like an outsider. That year, my sole ambition was to be recognized and accepted by my friends because, more than anything else, I longed for their affection. Before I knew it, my group of friends started to become more devious and malicious, and I began to realize that their inside jokes were mainly based on poking fun at me. No matter what I did, they always found a way to make me feel embarrassed, whether it was something that I said or even the way I played a sport. Secretive gossip made me feel awful, and I'll admit they succeeded in taking away a great deal of my self-esteem. Soon I caught on to more and more of the little subliminal messages in their conversation. They got much entertainment out of paining me and literally tearing me apart. Relational aggression refers to a kind of covert bullying. It is different from physical aggression in that it hurts the psyche rather than the body. Relational aggressors try to harm others by manipulating and destroying relationships. Carl Pickert theorizes in his book Why Good Kids Act Cruel that it's important for parents to understand that this is not a simple matter of bad kids treating each other badly. Rather, it is about good kids doing something they know is mean to survive a psychologically insecure time within a more independent and uncertain social world. Social cruelty is antisocial behavior that serves a social purpose. It is intentionally hurtful behavior that young people engage in because there is something of social value to be gained, to assert dominance or protect against attack or to establish standing, for example. Some specific behaviors that are considered relationally aggressive are teasing, exclusion, rumors, dirty looks, telling secrets, making fun of someone's clothes or personality, threatening to break friendship, not inviting to a party, prank calls, and other hurtful behaviors. In a study of adolescents in England, Coyne and her colleagues found that gossiping, making fun of someone to make them look stupid in front of the group, giving dirty looks, and calling someone a mean name were the most frequent behaviors among the participants. The participants felt that the most hurtful behaviors were telling secrets, making fun of others in front of the group to make them feel stupid, giving dirty looks, and making fun of clothes or personality to a person's face. Females reported significantly more gossiping, and males reported more making fun of others to make them feel stupid. Girls rated each individual behavior as more harmful than did boys. The same study compared relational aggression on TV and in real life. It found that adolescents witness on average about 33 acts of aggression in real life, but almost 320 acts on TV. Coyne and her associates found that adolescents who viewed TV were more likely to be aggressive than those who didn't view it. The information processing theory predicts that seeing so much of this aggression could reinforce the idea that it is normal behavior. At home, parents have an effect on their children's aggressiveness too. Sophie Cuppins and her colleagues found that physical parenting was associated with a child's overt aggressive tendencies at home, and that psychological control was related to relational aggression in the home environment. Neither physical punishment nor psychological control was found to be significantly related to school aggression, though. The social world of adolescence is often actively hidden from adults. At school, wherever adults aren't, you'll find relational aggression. In a study by Werner and Hill, middle school students and those going into middle school were found to be more approving of relational aggression than elementary school students. Also, relational aggression was found to be more acceptable to the students than overt acts of aggression. Interestingly, peer groups with high levels of tolerance for aggressiveness predicted individuals having an increase in aggression over a 1-year period, but individual norms were not predictive of future aggression. This study reinforces the idea that friends have a great deal of influence over adolescents. Smith and colleagues found that girls were overrepresented in the relationally aggressive category, while boys were overrepresented in the overt aggressive category. In the non-aggressive group, girls were also overrepresented. In 3rd grade, there was no significant gender difference in relational aggression, but in 5th, 7th, and 9th grades, the girls overtook the boys. Also, in 3rd grade, girls who were relationally aggressive had lower acceptance by both boys and girls, but in 7th and 9th grades, relational aggressiveness by girls was related to greater liking by boys. Since boyfriends are so important to girls at those ages, relational aggression can be looked at as a way to enhance her chances with boys. Some signs of relational aggression victimization are moodiness or sullenness, becoming aggressive with siblings, stomach aches, changes in sleeping or eating, dropping grades, withdrawal from family and friends, sadness and crying, and wanting to become a loner. Victims of relational aggression can become depressed, have high anxiety, low self-esteem, and academic problems. And if it gets really bad, they could even consider suicide. So what can we do to address this issue? Principals, counselors, and teachers all have roles to play in reducing acts of relational aggression in our schools. Principals can decide on policies and procedures for dealing with relational aggression, install a reward program for students who show kindness, and assign staff special roles. A hard stance on relational aggression sends the message that it isn't okay and won't be tolerated. At the beginning of the year, the principal should directly state how she or he would like to see students act toward each other and what will happen if meanness occurs. A positive reward system can be discussed at this time. For example, when the principal or other school personnel see a student doing right, they will get a raffle ticket for a prize. Principals can also encourage all staff to monitor the hallways and bathrooms between classes. Adult presence reduces the opportunities for relational aggressors. A principal can also assign adult mentors to each student. That way, a kid will have someone they know they can go to for help. Counselors have an important role to play as well. They should talk with both victim and aggressor to find out what is causing this behavior and to help each student deal with the emotional fallout. If possible, the counselor can arrange reconciliation in a safe environment. Teachers have the most contact with students and so have a unique position. Discussions can help students think about and define what it means to be an adolescent and how relational aggression hurts others. One way to open this discussion is to compare what it was like being a kid and what it is like being an adolescent. Teachers can use this chart with students. Teachers can also discuss the hardships of getting along. Using this checklist will help stimulate the talk. Together, teachers and students can create a code of conduct for the classroom. First, the teacher can ask the students how they would like to be treated, and then how the students should treat the teacher. Mutually agreed upon code will be more effective than an edict handed down from the teacher with no input from students. The checklist items can help students figure out what they want and don't want in the classroom. In conclusion, I'll read a poem entitled Please Listen to My Cries. I don't know what's going on, I can't tell which way to go. I'm so lost and confused, you don't even know. My mind is such a mess, I don't know what to do. I need some way out, I wish that somebody knew. I cry for help all the time and wish that someone would care. This pain and confusion I have, it's just too hard to bear. Someone please help me before it's too late. I need someone's care and love. Please help me. Don't wait.